Everything is just making out to be the Irv Smith revenge game. Alright, so Drew Sample has an illness. He came down with an illness today, and now he is questionable for tomorrow against the Vikings. Obviously, on a real note here, if Drew Sample can't go, which right now is questionable, and based on what it seems like, based on the reporting, is that he potentially won't go. It's going to come down to Irv Smith and really him stepping up. Now, the Vikings have a good defense, okay? There's no illusion here. Based on stats for the year, I think they're 14th against the pass and the 5th against the run. But as of lately, they've been absolutely stellar, which is really all that matters, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter the whole year. It matters what have they been doing lately. And lately, they've been playing pretty dang amazing. Shut out the Raiders, playing good football. So we're going to have to get every single person in this offense involved, right? As much as possible, we're going to have to get the ball to our playmakers. And Drew Sample is one of those playmakers. Not only in the pass game, but as it says right here, the significant story, if the stellar blocker won't be able to go against Minnesota's blitz-happy defense, is the run blocking game. Run blocking game, and when we do use him for blocking in the passing game. So this is definitely a huge loss for us. And having Irv Smith out there doesn't really change in the aspect of, the blocking, because Irv Smith isn't really a blocker at all. He's a vertical threat tight end. But, again, he's just going to have to step up in this game, and every single person has to. You look at our squad, right, for tight end-wise. Tanner Hudson's not a blocker. He's more of a vertical threat tight end. Irv Smith is a vertical threat tight end. Mitchell Wilcox and Drew Sample are more blockers. So the fact that we now have one less blocker in there probably means we're going to see a lot of Cody Ford in this game. And not as in him replacing someone, but him coming in for an extra blocker. This is what we saw earlier this season. The problem with this is that usually when we have an extra blocker, like we use Cody Ford, usually when you use Drew Sample out there as a blocker, the good thing is he can always, kind of peel off and block and release, where he's blocking, then he peels off and he releases, and he's a receiver now. Problem is, when you have Cody Ford out there, that limits us a lot, because we can't do that with Cody Ford. I mean, unless we really want to start using Cody Ford as a wide receiver, which, surprisingly enough, every time he's been on the field, we always mark him as eligible, which is kind of funny. We always label him as eligible, so technically speaking, one day we could see Cody Ford go out there and actually catch a pass, which I'll be really interested to see how that ends up working out, to be honest, depending on, again, how successful that is. But anyway, though, it's definitely something to take in consideration. Now, does this change our game plan completely? No, it doesn't. And hopefully he is able to play. Now, again, depending on his, severity of this illness, he might be limited, or he might play, but not play much at all. So, again, like I said, it's just all little factors that we're going to have to take in consideration going into this game. It is not a detrimental loss, to be honest. Like, it's not like a loss where you look at it and you're like, oh, we can't win this game now. We can still win this game, but we're going to have other guys step up. And that's really what this comes down to. Now, if he doesn't go, we're not going to elevate anybody else to the roster, most likely. Especially not with the fact that we already have 4 tight ends. So this obviously would make us have 3 tight ends. I think we're just going to kind of rock with who we have, and we're going to have to do next man up mentality. So we're going to have Tanner Hudson out there. He's going to have to, get some good blocks. Irv Smith against his old team. I know I talked about a video earlier today. Kind of funny enough, I said, this is a revenge game for Irv Smith. We need to see him go out there with that mentality of this is a revenge game. Obviously, for the most part, I don't think that narrative ever really spells out as much as we would like to as fans, see the player go out there and play his best football because it's a revenge game. But listen, we need every single player in this game for all 4 quarters to play at the top level they can. So hopefully, Drew Sample is okay. Hopefully there's no further problems down the line. But again, like I said, if he can't go, he can't go. And we're just going to have to figure out something, because so far our tight end game has been absolutely amazing as of late when it comes to, getting everyone utilized. So hopefully everything works out in the end. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.